Hello everyone and welcome back to Nullius. This is Otaku's Showboat. I have modified the position of my microphone right down here. Just a little bit, trying out something different. I don't know how it's going to end up sounding in the grand scheme, but by having the microphone in the center below my voice, the sound from my voice is coming down here anyway, and I can actually look left and right, ideally, without dimming out the volume. So, that being said, what has happened between recording sessions? Oh boy. Well, I have more mall. As I said, I would continue to expand. I have more mall, I have more bots. In fact, I have 262 Logibots at this moment in time. As we autosave, yes. I also have started making all of the modules, not just the efficiency modules. I really like these efficiency modules of minus 50% energy consumption. I don't necessarily like these yield modules as much. Not for buildings with only one module slot. I'd much rather use the efficiency on machines with one module slot. And on machines with two module slots, usually it would be 1 and 1. Efficiency and speed, because, 15% is really nice compared to just, 3 or even 6 at a cost of 5 or 10% speed and a energy consumption increase. Where these yield modules will be decent is when I can use at least 2 of them on the stuff in the mall. This was pointed out that yes, the vast majority of items in the Nullius mod are able to accept productivity modules. So, even though the yields are low, if the vast majority of steps along the chain can take productivity, you get stacking bonuses from those modules along the entire production chain. So, or web, depending on how you look at it. So I do want to swap out to these modules in key areas. Unfortunately, I didn't think of this or quite realize this initially. So the whole thing has been built more with the efficiency in mind. Reduced power usage, of which I now have 780 placed solar panels, the vast majority of which are right here in this big-ish solar field. Why? Because solar is far more consistent in its behavior than wind. Frankly, I would rather have a base built around solar and these backup turbines. They're actually going to be renamed to backup turbines imminently in the next update to Nullius, as far as I am aware. That will, I think, help a little bit. I think the tooltip needs to say on the surge items that they cannot be powered by backup electricity, or just something somewhere in some tooltip should say that backup does not power surge. Just that statement needs to be somewhere in some tooltip to minimize confusion, because I do understand how this mechanic works. There were many comments about the mechanics and how they work with the electricity. I understand how it works. I made the wrong assumption because of unclear tooltips. if it says somewhere on the surge item or the backup turbine that backup will never power surge, that would have been far more clear, and I would have understood better. That's the whole crux of my critique here, is that we need better, more clear descriptions of the specific mechanic that we're dealing with here. Like, sure, there's a tertiary power priority. There is a priority system that does exist in the game, and these things are sort of like a third level down, and just it won't ever power the ones that are surge. Okay, fine. It's fine that it behaves that way. My criticism is not that it behaves that way, it's that it's not clear that that is how it behaves when you're deciding whether or not you want to use a priority or a surge electrolyzer at the beginning of the game for someone who's never played it before. Okay? I am very much a proponent of making as much as possible clear in-game, because I believe that it is very bad design if a player feels the need to exit the game to look up necessary information. A player should not have to physically leave the game to find out the necessary information that they need to know. Ever. In any game, in any mod, anytime a player feels the need to leave the game to consult a wiki, that is bad design. Okay? That something in the design has failed. Wikis exist because it's far too common of a failure, and I am not going to ever endorse a lack of clarity, shall we say. That is going to be, that is my stance, that has been my stance, and I stand by it indefinitely. So, all of that being said, I do have a lot more stuff on the mall. The goal of the day today is to get into Mortar, because I have made just about everything I can make that doesn't need Mortar. I cannot automate some specific items that I need to progress, specifically locomotives, until I get large assembling machines. Large assembling machines need Mortar. They are, yeah, these big boys need Mortar. And things like the geothermal plant, things like the actually the Stirling engine doesn't need the thingy, but you know what does need it? The compressors. The compressors are made in large assemblers. Yes, I could handcraft them. I'm not going to handcraft any more infrastructure now that I have bots. So we're going to not on the compressors until I can automate them. And there's a few other things, like these extractor ones are also in large assemblers. We have a conversation to have about the fumaroles, volcanic events, lack thereof. Distilleries are in larges for the level 2 distilleries, not the level 1s, and the level 2 flotation cells are also in large assemblers. The level 2 hydro plants are in large assemblers. The level 2 electrolyzers, both of them are in large assemblers only, even though their level 1s are available in mediums, for whatever reason. So yeah, lots of lots of things to consider here. I have every possible electrical prototype technology that I can take at the moment. That's the other thing to note. Enough time has passed, enough science has been made. I have all of the techs that I can currently take. Nothing is left until we get into chemical samples. So, there is something that I have done that was sort of like gray area on the line between whether or not I wanted to do it or do it together. And that was I made a car. Now, the car itself is easy enough. It's air. It's air to make a vehicle. The vehicle is here. It is a locomotive. 4 rubber, 2 lamps, 4 iron wire, and air. Now, I handcrafted the locomotive so that I could build a singular car. Because, of course, the locomotives are built only in the large assemblers. However, the car needs fuel. Now, I could easily make the empty canisters for the fuel, as well as, you know, the empty barrels to make the canisters. But what would I fill them with? My solution was methanol. And the reason for methanol is because it used a bunch of stuff that I'm already making. So this is one of those rare circumstances. Ahem. It's a very tight squeeze there. This is one of those rare circumstances where I just decided that the usefulness of having the car mattered more to me than showing me placing one building and putting the pipes to it. Right? So, yeah, empty canister plus methanol plus oxygen plus benzene equals methanol canisters. These have 15 megajoules of fuel value and make the vehicle faster. I have yet to use all of one of these canisters, and it produces an empty canister as well, which is preferable to the hydrogen canisters that give you water in the end. But yeah, I am making the methanol from, you know, my lubricant build. So I decided, you know what, we're just gonna plop it there, add oxygen, add the benzene, which I am making, and we can go from there. So I explored a little bit with my vehicle, in part to try to find additional volcanic gas besides the one that I had found a little while back over here, the 4 whole vents that I found in my electrical grid expansion that I had done with all of the wind turbines. As you can probably see, I found jack all for additional gas vents. So right now, in the immediate vicinity of my base, there is a grand total of 4 volcanic gas. And, yeah, that's what we're going to live with. I was actually looking at the outputs of the volcanic gas vents, and it seemed a little bit overpowered if there was a lot of them around you, which it does seem like in the non-RSO version of Nullius, playing without resource spawner overhaul. You sort of get inundated with, like, hundreds in the immediate area around your base. At minimum 10 of these gas vents with really high yields, and just, that seems rather powerful. That seems a little strong to me. Now, of course, I have to now find particularly dense ore patches that I want to tap into. This iron at 157 is tempting, and this one at 182 is very tempting. The sandstones, that 192 sandstone looks really really appealing to me because that means it's very dense. The smaller it is and the higher the number it is, the more dense the ore is in that patch. Something like this 52 mil over that big area is not as dense. Same with this 43 mil on this bauxite. I've already had to move my mining drills over on this bauxite because it's just too close for good density. This is more dense than this one. But up here we've got an 83M. But over here we've got 136 million bauxite in this patch. Right over here. That's really dense. That'll last a really long time. So I'm thinking between this limestone, this sandstone, this iron, and this bauxite, we've got work to do to mine those. However, first comes mortar. There's other conversations I could have, like with water. In fact, you know what? We're going to have this water conversation because among all the new infrastructure is also water wells. These wells give you fresh water at 125 per second per well. I've made a bunch of them. It's literally this mod's version of water anywhere. Few things about that though that I find slightly problematic. The fresh water is great for making water. A 200 to 170 ratio is a lot better than having to process seawater into saline water and then distill that saline water into water. It cuts out an entire step through the distillery in the process, and you do get more regular purified water here. But you do get 20 wastewater. So there needs to be a way, in my mind, to deal with that 20 wastewater without needing to throw it into an outfall. The reason why I say this is that outfalls are tied to needing water to dump into. You have to build them on a shoreline. There's no outfall anywhere mode on this. So how does one deal with the wastewater if you're way out here and you want water? Fresh water. Pure water. What if you're up over here and you're nowhere near a source of water to dump the wastewater? Well, let's get away from those really loud electrolyzers. I don't have it anymore in my stuff here, but in the next tech level, there may just be a way to deal with the wastewater. But we're gonna need to cycle back to that at some point because I had trouble with Hellmod on these loops. I don't know if it's viable through Hellmod. I have to look it up in YAFC. Yet another Factorio calculator. It is an external program that reads your mods and is able to do factory calculations. It's really powerful. It does matrix solving effectively, the Hellmod's version, but through a better process, apparently, that will hopefully not just be broken. Because, suffice it to say, through the fresh water into water recipe, what you end up having here is wastewater into saline and sludge. Well, sludge also has a seawater recipe to deal with it. Saline water can be converted into water and brine can be converted into salt and saline. So that's a little bit of a loop, but the salt can then become seawater again by adding additional fresh water to it, which you can use to process sludge. Now, you'd probably also need a little bit of fresh water sludge here, I don't know. But Helmod has issues with all of this loopage. The steam can be directly vented through a chimney. But, yeah. Rather complex, but a way of dealing with wastewater without needing to outfall it. I think. Maybe. Anyway, enough about that. It is time for Mortar. 20 minutes into my recording. Meow. Meow. It's the baby. It's the baby. How's my dolly? Yeah, there's a microphone in your way today. Hi, my dolly. My big floof. My big floof. That's just sweet. Mwah. Go on. Go on. At the ba da 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 da. There you go, my dolly. Off to the side. Yeah, you're my floofs. My floof. Big floofy girl. Big floofy girl. Where's your brother? Who's not as floofy? Where is that Ollie? The not as floofy Ollie. Mortar is extremely simple. We're just gonna do it. We shall just do Mortar. Also, the car does not take damage from impact with rocks. I want to point this out. It's extremely important to me. This is the #1 best feature added in Nullius. The car does not take impact damage from rocks. It will take impact damage from your own infrastructure, and you will deal damage to your own infrastructure, and you still deal damage to rocks, but you will not take damage. You will deal damage to the things. You will only take damage from your own things. As crazy as that seems. Yes. Yes. Okay. For this, we need to get aluminum hydroxide, silica, and lime together. Okay. How do I want to do this? We are going to bring this... Humma. Humma. Nah, not there. We'll do it over here. Oh, look, there's a nice water supply right there. Cool. Sand should be available to me right up here. I added it to the bus. I added sand to the bus. I added gravel to the bus. I bussed my filters. I've also you may or may not have noticed, I have also expanded my iron mining and brought it down to this glorious behemoth of medium furnaces doing their thing right over here. Stuffs! It's glorious. If only I had enough gravel demolition to properly deal with it. Let's see. So we've got the need for a couple of lines here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to hop over. Underground length is 11 on these red belts, which I am now using pretty exclusively. L, L, L. Output, output, output. Swap sides. Oh, God, that sucks. I can make it work. Let's do this. Let's do this way. Or not. See, I don't have the ability to actually fully adjust these inserters. It's only... it's only long or short. There's no one long, one short. Well, alright then. You're gonna get moved over here. There you go. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, we'll do long-handed versions on both of these and just have it like that. You have 3 inputs: lime, sand, cement. Lime, hydroxide, and silica. Well, 2 things use lime there. So, lime and sand, lime and silica. Is the silica... Yes. The silica is here. Well, I need lime. Where did I park my car? There. Let's get lime brought down. I hope the belt is enough. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough belt. We'll find out together. We'll get to see how bad my driving is. Welcome to Limestone, where I've already moved all these and set them to the medium minor 1s. I have medium minor 2s now, which are better. So the medium minor 2s actually cover the tile extra around them. They are a 5x5 mining area with a 3x3 building. Productivity is now 20% across the board for mining productivity. Anything that does mining has extra 20% productivity. If I look at... Have I not ever limestoned? Oh, okay. Well, if I look at limestone... Where is it? Helmod. Limestone. Limestone. Output 30, which is a belt, using medium minor 2s. I would need 25 flat at current mining productivity. So if that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that should be 20 of those. 1, 2, 3, 6. There we go. There. Should be good. Place proper, thanks. Properly. So now that's a 30 per second belt. Full throughput belt of limestone. Which, you know, is getting crushed. As it stands. So... Hey, how's about we do that and plus 6% productivity to all of the things? Oh wow, you output a lot. Is that number greater than 15? No, but it is greater than 7.5. Okay. Now what? We need these. Here. Oh, God, that's a lot. Excuse me? Alright. 13. Oh, how lovely. I'm not going to have them like that, am I? Because... Yeah, that's a lot of segments of pipe. I think that this will be better overall. 8, 16, 15, 14, 13. 13. Outputs there. You are producing carbon dioxide, which it is tempting to use, but I'm not gonna. This is going to process 7.5 crushed. That's a lot of crushed. That is a lot of crushed. And I'm going to need to prioritize that. I also need a chimney. Chimney does 100 per second, so that is exactly enough. 100 per second. This makes 5 lime? Yes, 5 whole lime. Now, these 3 don't make enough. So, if I have the modules for it, I probably... Oh, I do. Good. Go gadget modules. Ta-da! 6. Glorious things. That is a lot more than a lane. Ugh. That works. Ish. Need to deal with the stuffs. Stone. My god, these machines are loud. At least to me. You know what? I'm actually going to go into sounds and switch... What even is it? That one? Or that one? I don't know. Just tone it a little bit down. Better. Oh goodness. Go. Go fast. Be free. Do not be productive. For the love of God. Your point is demolition, not productivity. Yeah, the point of view is... Oop, I hit the thing. Apologies. Yeah, your point is demolition. You're filling that entire belt. Or are you? Not particularly, no. Okay. And now... the test of how much belt is needed to get all the way down to the bus. Because this is the only new thing that I needed to do to get into Mortar. And the reason why I did not do it off screen is so that we could do what we just did together. Just to see. Mortar is in fact a pretty common thing. In fact, I should check the cement. Just in case. I will need it for regular concrete. What is the difference here? It uses gravel rather than lime. I can do that. I guess we'll get concrete as well. Sounds like a plan to me. Okay, we actually made it down. Oh boy. We need to get over here with this. Beautiful lime. Welcome the lime. Lime, sand, and gravel will be necessary. What makes that? Of course, it's you again. We'll just have the 2. Sure, why not? This being the cement. I will do that. You know what? Just 1 more tile over, thanks. I'm okay with doing it that way. Yes. Because that's going to be the output. You gravel, sand, cement. Okay. There you go. Output, output. Output, output, output. You lime silica. Okay, what pathway? That pathway. There's silica. And this will be lime. Right, yeah. Uncertain as to the bounds of my stuff, so we're just gonna guess. There's lime 1 with silica, and that is the cement. Hallelujah! Cement exists in the base. Not quite one of the hallelujah moments yet, but yeah, unfortunately we didn't have any in the previous video. So super sad. Super sad. Efficiency, you. All of you. Until I get into the 2-slot things, then I might consider something different. Then I need the lime sand. Gravel sand. Okay. Well, this will be lime sand. Ahem. Sand. And lime. Just in case I may want it at the mall. That is mortar. And then here it's gravel sand. Which, yes, gravel I see, but I've got another thingy on gravel. Right here. This needs to be back an extra tile. There you go. Sand and gravel. And that is mortar and concrete. This is a hallelujah moment. Oh joy. Halla freaking Luya. Do the thing. Hey, it didn't have pops that time. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now to get these to the robots. I'm going to need more belt to do that. To get these to the robots. So congratulations, we have discussed a lot of the things that I've done, I've been also upgrading a lot of these buildings. You may or may not have noticed that I, in fact, am making additional steel and making additional aluminum and have like a bunch of modules on all of the things, tempting to productivity every single step along all of this. I have 780 solar panels. My base needs 80. With a lot of efficiency right now going on, reducing a lot of things by half. Not the electrolyzers, but soon. Soon we shall have electrolyzer 2s. And oh boy, I think that will change things. In fact, you know what will change things right now is getting a productivity pair on you. 6% productivity. Making belts sounds like a wonderful idea. Same here. Making these belts. Saving on my steel gears. Yeah, I think saving on the gears will help a lot. Same with you, actually. Here, you. I'm out of the yield modules. Give me more yield modules, thanks. There you go. More yield. It's a little slower, yes, but extra 6% means less gear usage. Ahem. Slash more output for the gears in, but whatever. It will eventually fill. Ahem. Mine. Give me belt. I need even more belt. I'm 153 units. It's not going to get 2 things over here. Maybe it will. Thinking. Filter. Mortar. I don't have Constructobots currently in this network, so... Oh. Hey, you know what? Have a Constructobot so that you can build that. Right, these mini-loaders need to be powered. Chutes! The thing about the chutes, they may be slow at 3.75 items per second, but they don't need power. That's the key thing there. These guys, these need power. I don't know why there's not a yellow belt mini loader. Don't know what's going on with some Nullius interaction with mini loaders, but there's the chute, and then there's no yellow belt mini loader. There is only the red one, which is the mini loader 1. Just oddness from that. Thank you for bringing me all of these wonderful, wonderful things. I don't really need to be carrying around a lot of things like this. Like, please get rid of a lot of these. Aw, you have not been accruing those yet. Great. A lot of my bots, which I now have 287 in this network, and I have charging points for them. Right, I've placed this beacon here just so that I could confirm that no, you cannot beacon productivity as much as I would love to. The only valid item for beacons like this is speed. That's the only valid item here. The math that you have to ask yourself about and perform when trying to place a beacon that is beaconing efficiency is that minus 25% going to offset more than 100 kilowatts of consumption perpetually? The answer to that, the vast majority of the time, is no. It's not. not the vast majority of the time will efficiency be a good idea in a beacon, because the beacon itself does not get the effects of the contents of what modules it has, and it doesn't affect the power draw of other beacons. If it did, that would be amazing. That would be really good. It would actually be worth it to have the occasional beacon in an array that is beaconing efficiency to all of the other beacons in the array. That would vastly save on power consumption. But this thing using 100 kilowatts at a time needs to be constantly bringing down your power draw by more than 100 kilowatts to be worthwhile. I would rather take the plus 15 speed. Always. The perpetual 15 speed for the 100 kilowatts. That seems like a much better idea. Oh hey, we've got more. I think we may have had a productivity tick. Which, oh boy, the productivity ticks on this give me 6 extra belts. That's nice. And this one gives me 15 more belts whenever it ticks over. 6% speed. Whatever 6 divided by number of cycles. However many cycles it takes to hit 100% from an increment of 6 at a time. It's a few cycles, but hey, free is free, you know? Alright, back over here. I think we have enough belt now. I am going to be combining the mortar and the concrete, onto the same belt, and then taking said belt up. Oh, thanks. It actually reaches up to here. Now, where is that? There. Sure, we'll do that. Thank you, robots. I have one robot speed upgrade, which I think increased it by like 10%. Because that's what you get access to at the current tech level before the chemical science. And we're just gonna ride. We're just gonna ride the belt. Yeah, I do have the ability to build a levitation field. Don't know where I'm gonna put it in my limited number of slots on my chassis. So, yeah, that's a thing. And then I could get night vision as well again. I don't see having the ability to place that. This is a 2x2 for the levitation field, not a 1x1. And this night vision is a 3x2. Interesting. Yo. Oh, there. Huh? Oh, Constructobot in the network is building the thing. There we go. We have mortar and concrete available to them all. That is a hallelujah moment. That one cracked. So I need to now automate large assemblers. A stack of them at a time. Yeah, let's give it some of those. Is that 4 items? Yes, that's 4 items. This 4 item limit is a bit annoying, especially for the small assembler stuff. Anytime there's a small assembler thing that needs a 5th ingredient, it's like, oh god, now I have to add an extra box on the opposite side of the machine. Great. Yeah, it's fantastic stuffs. I am slowly accruing these turbine tubes, by the way, so I can plonk them here. All 100, upgrade all 100 to turbine tubes. These are already medium tank tubes. I'm storing twice as much steam now than previously. Remember what I said about the freshwater to water being saving a step in the process. That's the next potential thing that I would do if compressed nitrogen wasn't so strong. This whole thing will be replaced with compressed nitrogen production, which now that I have large assemblers, 4x4 entities, with a crafting speed of 4, wow. Also, you need to be that, and you need to take those. I want my free assembling machines. Thanks. Same for you. That would be ideal on the solar panels. Free solar panels every however many cycles sound like a great idea. Just, you know, all of the everything having a freebie every so often sounds like a great idea. Okay, I need a few of these placed, actually. There are several items that require the large machines. And we're going to plonk all of that stuff down like so. My singular constructobot will construct those for me. Right, I have sensor nodes now. That's why we have vision in all of this area. It's radars. They're basically radars. They just don't scan distant sectors like radars do. I can build large miners if I had steel cables. That is one thing I don't have right now, is steel cables. The first thing should be the compressor and the surge compressor. That needs a power switch. I'm not making power switches. Well, what do you know? I'm not actually making power switches. I haven't needed them, I think. Here, have some help. Where are my constructobots? Buddies? There you are. Take a few of those, half of my bros, so you can go and build things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have power switches. It's only 4 items. Yes, good. Be productive. Plonk the thing. I've got 100. Would you plonk them, please? There you go. Limit. That's what I want. Need to have limits. Limits to things are great. Alright, I've got those too. Right. Stuff, things. You, those. 4 items only. Good. You, limited. You... yeah, sure. Do the request. Get your power switch. I can... So many things. So many things. You. 6 items. First 4 are all of those. Steel gears and glass. Steel gears and glass here. You. I would need to have both of those fluids. Extractors. You. There you go. Limit that. Glass. And steel gears. Okay. I need the steel cable online. Steel cable needs a medium because it's steel wire plus lubricant. Wait, steel wire. Steel wire is a new one. That needs rods. Okay. Well then. Yeah, sure. Just put it there. Stick this guy here. Sure. Do I need the steel wire for particularly much? I need it to make a gun at Demolitions 1. Or reinforced concrete at Concrete 2, so that's going to be a little bit of time. Steel cables are the exclusive use for the moment. This will go here, this will go here, and that will be brought down there, and that will go like that. This makes 2 per second. I'm just going to do this and this. There you go. And I just need it to be in my network. Even if it is at the edge of the network, it just needs to be in the network as steel cables. And that unlocks, I think, all infrastructure at this tech level. Every single bit of it should be available to me now. I'm gonna do this thing for the Sterling, but as you can probably tell, it needs to be placed differently to others. That will go there. That needs to doohickeys. I need my coverage extended. More extended coverage. Thanks. You have already made 20? Well, that's great. That's fantastic. Give me one of these so I can compress some nitrogen for you. Nitrogen is, of course, from a distillery doing air separation. Does not quite work, but we'll do that. We need air. I have air filter 2s at this point. Air filter 2s make 150. This distillery takes 150. You know, convenience. And it makes 90 nitrogen a second. This will convert it into 25. That will, of course, be less than what I need for this. Only needs the 3 inputs. Oh, it uses surge compressors. Oh god. Wow. What's the stack size on you? You get 2. Okay. Stack size is 20. Yeah, sure, fine. Lube. We need lube over here. Oh, lube. I need you. Come on, lube. This will be the last thing that I think we do on screen today, because the rest of this infrastructure work is, well, we're just needing time. We're just at the end of our time for the day. I've been recording. I have an hour and 2 minutes of recording time so far. This will be a long experience, I am sure. Here, have a heat pipe. Enjoy. Converts heat at 80% efficiency to produce up to 1 megawatt of electricity. Heat. At stuff, yeah. Heat. How does one store heat? Well, one doesn't, really. One makes steam from heat. But this opens up this thing as an option. The solar collector produces heat during the day generates up to 250 kilowatts of heat during the day before neighbor bonuses, averaging 150 kilowatts over time. That is distinctly slightly above ×2 of a regular solar panel. And you know, it's a little bit bigger than a singular solar panel. It will provide heat for Stirling generators with all of these nice little neighbor bonuses and such if we get one at any point. Cough, cough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, heat pipes. That is intended to be, I think, the primary source of power at this phase of the game. Heat gets retained, I think, long enough after it during the night that as long as you have enough of those collectors and you have enough engines, I think you can power your base perpetually at this point off of these without needing extra backup. Always good to have the backup, but still, this might be better. But anyway, this is a lot of energy at 18 kilojoules that we could throw into a thingy and put those backup turbines on. Yes, lots of stuff. But with that, folks, I think that it is time to end things off. I'm just going to have a look at like what large objects I will need to make here. What things require large assembling. I think there's also, yeah, stuff in here. The level 2 flotation cell, as an example. And there's even more. So there's level 2 things that need these. Level 2... Oh, the level 2 chem plant does not. Oh, right, I'm not even making the lab yet. Oh, great. But definitely the level 2 electrolyzers I know, as well as the hydro plant in particular. So I just wanted to show the placement of these as I get my stuffs. You need an extra. You don't. You need an extra. Just show all of that so that when we get into our next episode, which is going to be based around locomotives, cough cough, wink wink nudge nudge, around setting up our train system, these will ideally just be moving. Aww, I need this up here too. Great. Thanks. Can I do... Aww. That sucks. Oh well. Bot should be auto-placing that. With that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Show, but if you've enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting that great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. I will be back when I'm back, and I will see you all on the next one.